Hello, everybody. Wildman Z here. It's not really a comic book review I'm going to do this time, but I guess I'm going to do what I call a comic book haul, something like that. I was in the laundromat about 2 years ago locally on Long Island doing some laundry, and a woman, I guess somebody told her I collect comics, and she came up to me and said, I think it was her brother used to collect comics, and he left a big old box of comics at her place, and if I'd ever like to buy them from her and give her an offer and I'd pick them up. So I didn't want to rip her off. I offered her about $1 per each comic. I had no idea the condition. I said, if you have about 50 or 100 comics, I'll give you, 50 or $100, whatever it was. I think it ended up being about $50. And it's you could have been me losing some money, but I ended up thinking I think I got a pretty good deal. And, it's definitely, I could tell she needed some money, definitely liked helping her out. So let me show you some of them. I'm not going to show all of them. I'm going to bag up them today. This is a great one. This is Detective from 1978. It looks like it's in good condition. And, September, October 1978. Kind of got a dream team in here. It's got Len Wein as the writer and Dick Giordano is the artist. And so it's really cool. It's just the cover page is, let's just open it up. Yeah, look, it's awesome art. Beautiful. The color really held well over these years. It looks like it was just put away. None of it was bagged or bagged up at all, or with any boarding or anything like that. But it looks like it was just put in a nice dry place, and I don't see any mold. Here's a cool one. I like the old DC horror series. I've only read a few of them. This is The House of Mystery, but every time I read them, they're always really creepy and good. And 40 cents, so it has to be old. This is going back to 1980. And, you can just tell right from the cover. I don't see the artist's name here, but, really grotesque art. On the opening page, looks like a big dumpling with a bunch of kids in it, I guess. Some kind of a child cupcake. And definitely horror. And, some ghoulish drawings here, really cool. And on the back, you're old school when you got Spot Built with OJ. The juice says, show them your heels. It's a joke that just never gets old at this point. Flash, cool. My neighbor across the street, he wrote a compendium or a companion guide for the Flash. Keith Dallas. Let's see what year this is. This is from 1983, so we're getting into the 80s here. Let's see what I always like to see what the cover, the artists are, and so forth. If they put that, Carmine Infantino. He used to live right down the street. Had a house out here. I'm in Sound Beach, Long Island. He used to have a house in Sound Beach as well. I guess he worked. Everybody in New York, in DC and Marvel, usually used to live near the city. And really cool art, Carmine Infantino. Check it out. Awesome. This is in good shape. I'm just going to put them in bags and put some boarding on. Here's a special DC Superman 3 edition. So this had to come out in the mid-'80s here, 1983. Wow, this is awesome. It's got art by Kurt Swan, and its editor is Julius Schwartz. And let's see who the writer is. Adapted by Cary Bates. I don't know who that is, but it's based on the movie, which is pretty much a bomb. But, what the hell? It's Superman. Look at that awesome art by Kurt Swan. That's classic right there. I love the proportions, I don't like it when they draw them so disproportional that they look, like monstrosities. I like the nice way the feet. Oh, here's something cool. I would never have bought this if I saw it on a stand, but somebody gave it to me now, basically, at a very cheap price. I'll read the hell out of it. Charlton, Billy the Kid. 50 cents, so it's got to be old school. We're going back to 1981. They don't. A lot of times they don't put the artists in these more. DC sometimes doesn't write them, and so Charlton, doesn't write it often as well. I don't know who drew this, but it's certainly cool. Let's just open it up, take a little look at it. Yeah, look, it's awesome. Old school Western style, beautiful woman here with the cowboy hat on. Yeah, it's cool. Another Billy the Kid from around the same time. Billy the Kid getting attacked by a big old mountain lion. You gotta love it. Cold blast in that cat. He was Not worried about environment. He was just trying to save his ass. The Hulk. Wow, this looks good. Back when the comics were action-packed. That's how I like them. Let's see when this was. 1984. So this is I was in the comics at that time. Big time. Never had this issue, though. Crossroads. Who's doing this here? Bill Mantlo. Love the guy. Unfortunately, he's incapacitated for decades now. Sal Busiak's the artist. So that's a great team. Mantlo and Busiak. Looks awesome. Classic. I'm doing it the Marvel way here. Classic green Hulk. That's the Hulk I like. I don't like the gray Hulk and the red Hulk and all that. I like the classic green Hulk. Here's something fun for kids of all ages. No ads from cover to cover. 68 pages of Batman family. Got Batman. Well, of course, you got Batman. You got Batgirl. You got Robin. Demon, I guess he's part of the family. And the Batmite. Not too up on Batmite. If I have any viewers that know about him, I'm sure you can Google him. Wow, this art is groovy. Check it out. Wow, that's awesome. Who's drawing art? This is like a start of another story in here. Created by Jack Kirby, Len Wein, writer, Mike Golden, artist, and Dick Giordano. What a dream team. And Glenn Wein is the colorist. That's like an all-star squad right here. And it looks beautiful, even though it's, how old is this? It's got to be going back. We're going back to 79 here. So I was a little youngster at this point in time. And, yeah, the art looks groovy. Check it out. I mean, this is something where I probably would pick it up if I saw it. Wow, we got a white ape here. Always, apes were the thing back in the day. Ventriloquism, apes, juggling, magicians, fun stuff, But having an ape in a comic or a saber-toothed tiger or something, it just made sense, They didn't sit around, just drink coffee and lattes and stuff like that and complain. Master of Kung Fu. This was the thing back when I was a kid. Let's see, 60 cents. It's got to be old. We're going back to 83, so I'm in like my real comic heyday here, and I didn't have this particular issue. I bought a few of them off the stand. I didn't have a lot of money. Who drew this? It looks pretty cool. William Johnson, don't know him. Doug Mensch is the writer. I might be mispronouncing it. Ernie Chan's the inker. Yeah, he's a very well-known artist and inker. Ralph Macchio, editor. So did Jim Shooter, editor-in-chief. Some names on there I'm familiar with. I'm not familiar with the artist, though, but it looks like good, solid art. Check out, we got some karate scenes, or kung fu scenes, I should say, right off the get-go. Back kick going there, shot to the gut. Master Kung Fu, always fun. Unlike the movie, it's kind of a dud. All-Star Squadron. This is going to be fun here. Who we got on the team? We got Hawkman. Looks like we got, I don't recognize a lot of these characters. I'm sorry. I don't know. We got a Hawk Girl. I can't tell you who the rest of them are. So I'll have to do some Googling here. Boy, this is a good team. Roy Thomas and the writer. Adrian Gonzalez. I'm not sure who that artist is, but Jerry Ordway's on here. I know who he is, and he's great. Check out Hawkman on this opening page. I mean, it's awesome. What year was this? 82. Well, it's got the folded back little cover here. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to read it and put it in a little nice bagged and boarded little container and let it sit back. Here we go, Superboy. Check this bad boy out. I've just opened these up for the first time in 2 years. I bought them and I didn't get to look at them. Superboy. He's using his super breath on these cats. Of course, he's not going to kill them. And, again, like I said, big cats, saber-toothed tigers, whatever it is, lions. That was a big thing when I was a kid. I mean, wild animals and circus and all that was like, it was fascination if you go to a circus and you saw a lion tamer or something. 1981. Check out Superboy going big on the waves there. It's going to be fun. You got lions and tigers in it, surfing, It's we got a fun crook here pulling a gun out on Superboy. It's not going to work too good. I think he's wearing a striped prison uniform. He's on his way back. Action. Name says it all. Let's see here. What's going on here? 60 cents. So it's got to be old here. We're going back to 83. Who's doing this? Oh, wow. We got a good team here. Marv Wolfram's the writer. Kurt Swan is the penciler. Dave Hunt, don't know him, is the inker. Julius Schwartz is the editor. Know that person. I don't keep up with the editors too much, but their names I'm familiar with just from over the years. Yeah, it looks gorgeous. Let's see if check it out. Great art, nice faces, really good drawings. I'm not a big DC guy, but you know what? I'm apt to change. I think DC's got some fun comics. Oh wow, this is a good one. I think I did have this one back in the day. This is definitely a Walt Simonson Thor, 60 cents. So it's got to be the early 1980s. We're dealing with 1984. Walt Simonson. Art and story by Walt Simonson. Pretty much did the whole shebang here. And, if you want to get some good Thors, you don't have to get the originals, but get the collections of Walt Simonson and the epics or wherever. Really awesome art, very unique. Good writing, good art. This is a guy I've only heard about, don't know too much about him, Jack of Hearts. You got any DC fans out there that can fill me in on the character? Issue number 4, I'm kind of getting it. It's 4 out of 4, so I'm getting it at the end of it. But, if it's good, I'll go out and buy the other ones. It can't be that much. I don't think he's a big character. Looks groovy enough. It's from 1984. Bill Mantlo is the writer. He's great. DC and Marvel writer. And George Freeman artist. Don't know him, but it looks cool. Oh, here we got some good stuff here. Hulk from 50 cents, so it's got to be old. Doc Samson's on the cover. Always like that guy. Boy, Stanley editor, Roy Thomas writer, Herb Trimp. There we go. My man Herb Trimp from 1980. A lot of people don't like Herb Trimp. I think the guy was a fun artist. He did it the Marvel way. Like it. Looks groovy. One more. Wow. Weird War Tales. The Creature Commandos. This looks good. Again, creatures fighting, looks like Frankenstein and Medusa and Dracula maybe. And a werewolf fighting savage lions. It doesn't get better than that. Frank Kangerer is the writer. Don't know him. Anyway, I'm running out of time here, but it looks groovy. Check it out. Frankenstein fighting lions. How do you get more fun than that? So anyway, Creature Commandos, typifying the kind of fun comics I got. I gave the woman about $50. I hope she spent it on something she needs. I got something I like and don't necessarily need, but I love comics, so I guess in a sense I do need them. On that note, that's about half of the ones I picked up. It looks like it's going to be some fun reading, and I might read them over the course of my life. I'll read 1 or 2 tonight and put them away, and maybe pick up a couple in a month or two. On that note, Wildman Z out. Have fun.